This is so ugly. I'm gonna redo it. Okay, I'm gonna redo it. This is a great way to see too how it's even gonna come off. Is it even? Welcome to my never-ending journey to finding beauty products that will further shorten the amount of time that it takes for me to get ready because there is just not enough time. So I recently came across these two products. One is by L'Oreal and one is by Urban Decay. One is the Loreal Unbelievabrow and the other one is the Urban Decay Inked Brow. And so essentially these products are brow products that say they're going to last a certain amount of time. Therefore, you do not have to keep reapplying every day when you get up in the morning. And that's great news. I have tried the Maybelline like tattoo brow thing that you apply and then you peel off and then it leaves kind of a stain on your brow. That one was good-ish, but then once it starts to fade, it actually fades into like this blotchy, ugly orange color. It was just not cute. So I'm excited to give these a try, and since we're all just at home, I thought it would be the perfect time to basically do an experiment and test out both at the same time, like this on this brow and this on this brow. You know, I'm just gonna be at home, no one's gonna see me, so I figured it's the perfect time to look like an idiot. So for this little brow experiment, we're gonna be doing 3 tests. So we're going to do the overnight test to see if it even lasts one sleep. We're going to do like a face wash test. I'm going to have like a Neutrogena moment. I'm just kidding. Don't want to clean that up. And then the last thing we're going to do is see if it lasts after a full-on shower. And then of course at the very end we'll kind of see if it even lasts the amount of hours that each product claims. So before we get started on this little experiment, just a few basics about the product and also just ignore my nails. Quarantine nails for reals, guys. Like, this is horrific. So the L'Oreal one, it retails for $17.55, that's Canadian, and it's in the shade Dark Brunette. And then the Urban Decay one is in the shade Dark Drapes, which is their dark brown, and this retails for $35 Canadian. So the L'Oreal one claims to last about 48 hours, whereas the Urban Decay one claims to last a whopping 60 hours. So that's like over 2 days, so we'll see about that. And of course, those numbers that they claim are with you being, you know, hyper aware of your brows. Especially when you're removing your makeup, showering, washing your face, you have to completely remember to avoid touching them. Otherwise, of course, it's likely that it'll rub off a little bit. So they're both waterproof, smudge-proof, transfer-proof, sweat-proof, everything-proof. We'll see about that. So I do have my brows on, clearly. We're gonna go ahead and start with this brow. I'm gonna put the Urban Decay one on the right side and see how that goes. Now I have actually tried the L'Oreal one only because it actually came first and I just was too excited. So I did give that one a go, and I mean, it was good. I wasn't really like completely trying to avoid my brows while I was showering or while I was washing my face, so I didn't really test it the way I'm going to test it today, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's my bare ugly brow for you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just take a look at the directions on this because the L'Oreal one had some specific instructions and I'm not sure if this one has specific instructions as well. This one doesn't really have any, it just literally says to apply on the brows, so let's just give it a go. I have not opened this one yet, so it's gonna be the first time for both of us, so it looks like this. And let's see what the applicator looks like. So it's an angled brush. Okay, so the mirror's just over here, so that's why I'm going to be looking over here. Oh my god, pray for me. I'm actually so nervous. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing too. I kind of look like a crazy person. I'm just gonna this is actually the brush that comes with the L'Oreal one, but I'm just gonna try to brush this out. Like, I feel like it just like clumped up so much over here for some reason. I don't think that I could save this. This is so ugly. This is so ugly. I'm gonna redo it. Okay, I'm gonna redo it. Goodbye, goodbye. This is a great way to see too how it's even gonna come off. Is it even? Gonna use this. Better work. It's oil based, so. I mean, at least we know it won't come off, but you also can't fudge it up either, because then you're real screwed. Okay, that worked. Okay, guys, are you still with me? Let's try that again. Okay, I think this is kind of going a little bit better than the first round, or first attempt, which was so terrible. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This is also terrible. Okay, I don't think I want to touch it anymore because I think I'm just gonna ruin it further. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any better than this, guys. This was like a lot harder than I expected. So there you go, Urban Decay on this brow. Okay, so the L'Oreal one comes like this. It is significantly bigger than the Urban Decay, but it's just strange to me that why didn't they just put this brush with the angled tip in this like the Urban Decay one, because now this one is actually a doe foot applicator, which is interesting. And basically they have specific instructions on how to do it. So the L'Oreal one says, step 1, lightly apply product to fill in sparse areas. That's with the doe foot applicator. And then it says, use the angled brush to outline and define brow shape with arches, and you can make feather-like strokes with that brush, which I did try, and you can't because the brush isn't fine enough to get that kind of a look. And then it says to finish, comb through brows with the spoolie. So let's get started on that. I will say that the first time that I used this, it was easier than the first time that I used the Urban Decay one. Okay, so goodbye brow. So here's the step 1 with the doe foot applicator. So it just says to apply it like this. That's already really dark. Okay. Okay, I don't think we're going in the right direction here, but sure. You know what? I'm gonna brush that out because that's just like really dark. And I feel like once we go over it with the angled brush, it's just gonna get darker from there, and it's not really the goal here. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the little doe foot applicator to kind of like paint it onto the angled brush. I literally think I already messed it up and I just started. Okay, so far I will say that the L'Oreal one, I feel like it's easier to work with. The other one I feel like was just really liquidy, but like also dried really fast and got crusty really fast, so it was hard to save any of the mistakes that you made. Whereas this one's a little bit more forgiving. I'm like actually sweating. Like, I don't know if you can see. I'm actually sweating because this is so much harder than I expected. Okay, so I think we're just gonna leave it at that. I mean, I don't think that I could salvage these anymore, especially this side. I'm really mad about this side, and I had high hopes for this side because this is the expensive side, $35, whereas this side is like $17, like half the price of this one. And this one was a lot easier to work with, but we'll see the longevity of this product and how it performs, and then we'll kind of like base it off that. Okay, so I'm gonna get some sleep. It is Monday, April 6th at 11:16 p.m. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to wash my face, and then I'm also going to take a shower later that day, and I'll check in both times to see what damage has been done to my brows. So I'll see you then. Good morning. I just wanted to do a super quick check-in. Say hi to Riley.
Hi.
Hi. So it is the next day, and it's 10 a.m. and they survived. And I'm like a stomach sleeper most of the time, so my face is usually all over the pillow. So that's pretty impressive that they both survived that first night's sleep. So last night I took all my makeup off, clearly. I just used a wipe and my makeup remover on everything, obviously, but my brows. So I just avoided that. And then later today, I just wanted to give it some time to test it out a little bit longer before I wash my face. So I'm going to wash my face later, and then I'll check in then again. And yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, so it's been a few hours since that first check-in this morning. I'm going to go ahead and wash my face now and see if my eyebrows survive that. So far, it's pretty good. I think this side survived pretty well, but this L'Oreal side is kind of dying on that tail end of the brow, which is not a huge deal. Like, I would still take this over having to do all my brows all over again the next morning. Are they still there? Shirt's all wet. But I would have to say that I think they did pass the test. I'd say so. Like, they're pretty much still there. Just every time that I actually look at them and really analyze them, you can so tell how much I messed up and how uneven they are. But, you know, everyone says brows are sisters, not twins. I'm gonna take a shower in another few hours, and then I'll check back with you guys after that. Okay. I'm sure you already know what I'm about to say. So I'm not gonna lie, showering while being hyper aware of avoiding my brows was a little bit annoying, especially at first, but I did kind of get the hang of it, and everything went well up until I reached for my towel. So as soon as I reached for my towel, I completely forgot what the hell I was even doing, and when I wiped my face, I could have been a little more gentle. So I'm sure you can see that this side, which is the L'Oreal side, has died. It died. So we'll see how it goes tonight, and I'll see you in the morning. It is Thursday night, and I applied both products on Monday night. So yeah, it's like day 3 now. These two products were like the greatest example of you get what you paid for. I mean, we have a clear winner here, and it's the Urban Decay one. I actually haven't even taken it off. This is the same one that I applied Monday night, believe it or not. I did have the L'Oreal one on this side, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert a photo here. And this photo was taken roughly around 40 hours from the time that I first initially applied it. And as you can see, it had deteriorated a lot, especially compared to the Urban Decay one, which here's the before and after there of that 40-hour mark. I did not think that this was gonna last that long. even this long. The fact that I haven't done anything to it and it's still holding up. I am finding that now, since we're on day 3, it's getting like to that crusty point where it's just kind of like, I feel like if I raise my eyebrow too much, it's just gonna like crack off, but it hasn't, so. I actually went ahead and took off that nasty L'Oreal one, and I put on the Urban Decay on this side as well. I have to say it was a lot easier to apply now that I kind of had a better idea of how to use it, whereas the first time around, that was a disaster, as you all saw at the beginning of this video. You know what? It would actually be nice to have this product right now, because a lot of people are doing these surprise video chat calls, whether it's house party or FaceTime or whatever. So it's nice to apply this once, and you'll have it for a couple days, so that if you do get any surprise calls, at least you have your brows on. So that is it for this video. I really hope this helped you out. And go pick up the Urban Decay Inked Brow Gel, because it's really good. I had a lot of fun doing this video, so I'm probably going to look for some other products that I could do something similar, like a wear test, and see if they live up to their claims. So subscribe if you'd like to see more of those types of videos. And everybody stay safe and